Hi everyone, Amer here again with another Mission Impossible episode review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Season 1, Episode 19, called The Diamond. So Dan gets his instructions from an antique dealer using some spy speak. The mission: Henrik Dervaard, the cruel African dictator of Lumbwanda, plans to use a recently found huge diamond to finance his oppression, and the IMF must stop him. So we get the usual team here, plus a diamond expert named Hans van Meer, as well as Inspector McLeod of Scotland Yard, who plays a small role, as you'll see. The team heads to London, where Dervaard presents his find in the form of a gem cut from the Mother Stone to the jewelry community, and says he's taking bids for it. Rollin takes a close-up picture of the diamond so that Van Meer can duplicate it closely as possible. Cinnamon tells Dervaard she has a very lucrative offer for him, and rides with him to his hotel, but the car is waylaid by thief Barney, who takes Cinnamon's jewelry and drives off. Dervaard offers to take Cinnamon to the police, but she declines, saying the meeting is more important. Rollin arrives as Cinnamon's associate and says that they want to top whatever bid Dervaard gets by $500,000. The condition: Dervaard must announce another diamond deposit has been found, and Rollin's people have the rights to it. Dervaard and his deputy Hanks figure that they must be jewel thieves looking for a market, which would explain Cinnamon's lack of desire to go to the cops. With the duplicate diamond ready, Barney and Willie get the hotel room next to where Hanks sleeps with a security guard in the room, the real diamond attached to a chain in a pack around his waist. In an excellent sequence, they go through the electrical outlets between the rooms and spray anesthetic gas into the room, putting the guard to sleep. Using a mirror and a telescopic claw, the two excellently fish the diamond out of the container in Hanks's pocket and substitute their diamond in its place, even managing to maneuver around Josephine the cat, who naturally tries to play with the diamond until Barney is able to provide enough gas to put her to sleep for a bit too. They put the outlets back on using my favorite tool, the awesome reverse ratchety screwdriver. I love that thing. The next day, Dervaard meets with Cinnamon, Rollin, as well as their technician Dan, using their real names. That's how doomed this guy is. Inspector McLeod arrives with Cinnamon's jewels, who says that they were retrieved from a pawnbroker when the thieves tried to fence him. Dervaard notices that one of the stones the inspector brought back is identical to the one on the ring Cinnamon is wearing, which leads him to figure out their plan. They have a way to duplicate diamonds. And despite Dan protesting having to share his process, which wasn't part of the deal according to him, Rollin agrees to let the dictator see how it's done, and they show him the magic machine that Dan has developed. After a demo with Van Meer's pre-prepared rock, Dervaard predictably demands that they duplicate his diamond, which they do. Rollin destroys the perfect duplicate to Dervaard's shock, until Rollin explains that if a duplicate surfaces, the value of the unique original stone is 0. Dervaard realizes he's right and says that the group will come to him to Lumbwanda and only duplicate the uncut stone so as to maintain the value of the produced gems. In Lumbwanda, the group is taken to the compound, which will act as their gilded cage, and witness some of Dervaard's cruelty to his people. Dervaard tells Hanks that once the machine is working, he has no further need for Dan and Rollin. The team gets ready as Barney comes out from a hidden panel in the machine, and Willie says he needs a pass to get supplies, but it's really so the team can exit the compound. The huge diamond arrives, and the duplication process begins with a bunch of lights and noises, which mask the sound of Willie drilling through the gate. Barney takes Dervaard's diamond out of the machine overloads and heats up, with a massive amount of smoke for effect, as the four men head out to the truck and make their exit, leaving behind an explosion. Mission accomplished. I have to give this episode a low grade. I'm giving it a grade of a D-. The only thing good about this episode is the sequence where the IMF, Barney and Willie specifically, switch the diamonds while Hanks and his guard are sleeping. That is visually really, really good. It's a little slow, but it has to be because they're working methodically, and it actually works. You look at it, you see what they're doing, and it's not boring. You watch the sequence of events, and it's like, okay, that makes sense. Oh gosh, yeah, they got to do this, they got to do that. I really, really like that. Other than that, there really is nothing good to say about this episode from any other standpoint. The plot is extremely simplistic. Banal is the word that I like to use. It's very, very ordinary. You can see things coming from a mile away. It's a prototypical, what I like to call the pennies from heaven plot, right? Where you've got a guy and he's basically getting pennies from heaven dropped onto him, where, you know, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed, and doesn't do even the least bit of due diligence in terms of, hey, why is all this wonderful stuff happening to me all of a sudden? That really brings it down quite a few notches. And really the big thing in light of that is, if you look up schmuck in the dictionary, you might see a picture of the poor John Van Driel, who I'm sure is a very nice guy, but certainly of Henrik Dervaard. You're going to see his picture there. Schmuck, schmuck, schmuck. Three times. He definitely deserves it 3 times, because, as I mentioned, no due diligence, just completely falls into the trap right away, just because he is such a greedy schmuck. And that's it. Almost seems like the IMF is going after a chump like that. It doesn't make for a good episode. As I mentioned, the IMF use their real names when dealing with this guy. That's how much, you know, that's basically how little the value he has as an antagonist. So I'm going to stick with my grade of a D- for this one. Not a great plot. And not a great episode, although parts of it are visually not so bad. Anyway, that's my review for this one. Thanks very much for watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave your comments. Do you disagree? Do you think that this was a good episode and I'm off base? I'd love to hear what you have to say. Look forward to doing it and seeing you guys again next time, and I will see you next time. Thanks again.